Good morning. Welcome to the vlog. Thank you for joining me. Today's outdoor adventure is going to be kayaking on and around Lake Lulu, a lake I live fairly near. Should be a beautiful day. It's early in the morning. I hope to get it in and out, frankly, before the breezes pick up. It's been kind of breezy the past several weeks, and it's supposed to be again this week. So, without further ado, let's go have an outdoor adventure. My local viewers will immediately recognize this is not Lake Lulu, but is in fact Lake Roy. And that's because Lake Lulu does not have its own public access boat ramp. To get to Lulu, you would have to launch on one of the neighboring lakes and then travel down the canal system, a system which hooks up many of the local lakes together. That is a female anhinga. You can tell it's a female by the brown throat and chest area. The males are all black. This is the canal that goes from Lake Roy to Lake Lulu. Pretty much a straight shot, and it's pretty long. And right now, headed toward Lulu, the wind is at my back. So when I'm nice and tired and on my way back, I'll be paddling into a headwind. Oh joy. So here's a gauge put up in the canal that on first glance looks like somebody totally screwed up and put the numbers backwards, until you come to realize that this is not a depth gauge for the canal, but rather a clearance between the surface of the water and the bottom of the bridge. And as the water rises, that clearance gets smaller. It's a bunny, little marsh rabbit. Note the small ears, helps them navigate the real deep brush, get back in the real tight places. Hey, Bun Bun. So this is Lake Lulu, and today got a nice little breeze coming out of the north, which is this direction, and it's blowing from right to left on the picture. So my plan is to go along the south side, the undeveloped side, go around this first, and then circle back around this way and come back on the north side, where hopefully the trees along the north side will act as a windbreak, make it a little easier to come back, so then I can return up the canal. That's my glorious plan anyway. For those of you who have watched my other kayaking videos, you may have noticed that I always seem to bring along a fishing rod or two, but I've never shown any footage of me actually fishing. Well, that's because I'm not a very good fisherman. I don't catch a lot of fish at all. I just don't have the patience for it. I mean, to really work a body of water to determine are the fish shallow, are they deep, what color lure, I don't have the patience for that. I'm one of those who will throw a lure about a dozen times, be genuinely surprised that I haven't caught a fish yet, put the rod down and then go about my merry way. But every now and then, that's a decent fish. That's a very decent fish. Good about that. Yeah. Calm down. I got you. Come on, fish. Please don't. There we go. Son of a gun, who'd have thought that? Thank you. Check that out. That's a nice bass. That's could be pushing 2 pounds. Beautiful. Thank you, fishy. Oh, and the camera was even rolling. How about that? Oh, just like I planned it. Beautiful cypress tree. And if you look at the very top, you'll see a big dark cluster of something. Those are branches, twigs, sticks. That is an osprey's nest. I think I might see an osprey in it. Oh, and look here. Keep watching. And there you go. think there are babies up there. The birds you see in that tree are anhingas. And anhingas are unique in that they are one of the few birds that actually swim underwater to catch their prey. They fish eaters. And so the reason they perch quite often like this with their wings spread is to dry out their wings, because they spend a lot of time underwater. At this point, the breeze is at my back, and that's nice when I'm in this particular kayak because it has a foot-controlled rudder system which enables the kayak to track straight through the water quite well. So with a tailwind, I can sit back, let the wind push me along, and I can literally sail this kayak, even steering it left and right to a certain degree. The end of this canal that I'm going down has an interesting feature, which you're going to see here in just a few moments. Beautiful great egret. Well, what do you know? My lucky day. Come here, fishy fish. Yep. There we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah. Nice clean looking fish. Largemouth bass. So here we're at the end of that little canal at a feature that's probably not widely known, but it's pretty important to the south chain of lakes. This is the one and only drainage feature controlling the entire level of the 14 lakes on the south chain. This part here, you see, has jack screws here and here, and they can raise these bars up to let water flow through and down in times of high water. And if the water is very high, there's open drain pipes that will remove even more water if needed. It's right about now that I'm beginning to realize that the weather has changed quite a bit. The skies have gotten darker. The wind has definitely picked up in speed. And as I'm coming out of this canal and entering back into the open water, I realize that the wind has changed direction. I was anticipating it hitting me basically straight on, but I now realize that the wind has shifted around to my right. The problem with that is I intend to cross the lake basically straight over, kind of toward where you might see those tall poles on the far shore. And now the wind and the waves are going to be hitting me from the side, which means the kayak is going to be rolling left to right kind of dramatically. It just adds to the challenge of the crossing. Well, my plan for the day has gone a little sideways. The wind has definitely picked up, and the problem is it's also shifted. It was from the north, it's now more from the east, which means it's now blowing straight down the lake, which means I get to paddle home directly into the wind. Oh joy. Let me show you if I can here. So here's what I'm looking at. We're looking basically east down the length of Lake Lulu, and the wind, which was blowing left to right in this picture, is now blowing pretty much straight toward me. So although I will be protected from the worst of the wind by going along the tree line, it still gets to be a nice aerobic workout. You know, just what I always wanted. So I've made it to the northeast corner of the lake, and just to show you the difference that a line of trees can make into the wind is still blowing pretty good, but if you look over here, nice and smooth, barely a breeze. Well, that was quite a change from the other side of the lake. Got my workout today. That is a grackle, specifically a boat-tailed grackle. They like to live, I think, along the marshes and the wetlands.